Hello kids! This is your teacher Nemi at your service for this day's episode in Teaching Math 6 with the topic Perform combination of 4 fundamental operations on integers.
Before we go on our discussion for today, we are going to ask for God's guidance first. Everybody, let us sing the song. Father God, we adore you and give you praise. Father God, we adore you for your grace. Father God, to you our adoration raise. For as long as we live, we will give you praise.
Hello Iris! Get your whiteboard and pencil pen and let us do a math trick. Are you excited?
Yes, ma'am. I am so excited.
Okay, get your material. Now, follow my instructions. First, write your month number from your birthday. If your birthday is December, your number is 12.
How about me, ma'am? My birthday is April. So is it 4?
Yes, you're right, Irish. Have you written your number? Now,
Yes, ma'am.
multiply it by 5. Next, add 6. Then multiply by 4. Add 9. Multiply by 5 once again. Then, add your birthday. Last, subtract 165. Are you done in computing? What's your answer, Irish?
My answer is 400.
So, what did you notice about your answer for 120?
I noticed that it represents my birthday and the month that I was born. 4 represents April and 20 represents the birthday.
Okay, you're correct, Iris. So, what have you noticed in the trick? What have you noticed?
I have noticed that I follow the instruction correctly.
Alright, so it is very important to follow instruction. So why is it very important to follow instruction? Why do you think?
To get the correct answer.
Okay, to get the correct answer. Thank you, Iris, for your time in spending in our math group. Until next time.
In the previous lesson, we learned about on how to arrange and compare the integers on the number line. We also know on how to interpret and describe the basic operation of integers using materials such as algebra tile, counters, or chips. In this lesson, we are going to find out on how to perform the basic operation on integers. The most basic operation on integers are multiplication and division. It is easy to understand compared to addition and subtraction of integers. We also distinguish the rules on different operations of integers, solve problems involving operations on integers, and recognize the importance of using integers in real life. It seems that you fully understood our last topic, but before we formally start our lesson, please watch this video clip entitled What Matters? Integer is Life. It is a video on application of integers in real world. Integer is life. The word integers originated from the Latin word integer, which means whole. Integer is a special set of whole numbers comprised of 0, positive numbers, and negative numbers. Set of whole numbers starts with 0, followed by the different counting numbers and the opposite, and put a dash beside it. So let us point the set of integers on the number line. 0 is the reference point. So how about positive 2? Yes, that is the place for positive 2. How about negative 2? You're correct. That is the place for negative 2. How about negative 6? Where is it located? You're right. That is the place for negative 6. How about positive 6? You're correct. That is the place for positive 6. Always remember that 0 is the reference point. 0 is neither positive nor negative. On the right side of 0 are the positive integers, and on the left side of 0 are negative integers. Going to the right of 0 is increasing, while going to the left of 0 is decreasing. Let us arrange these integers from highest to lowest. Negative 2, negative 4, 1, and 0. The answer is 1 is the highest, followed by 0, negative 2, and negative 4. So negative 4 is the lowest. How about lowest to highest? Negative 4 is the lowest, followed by negative 2, 0, and 1. 1 is the highest. Some of the real-world examples of integers are losing weight, gaining weight, diving the deep sea, flying above the cloud, going upstairs, going downstairs. Measure the change in temperature. How to write the following examples as integers. First example, a weight gain of 8 kg is written as positive 8. Diving a depth of 6 meters is written as negative 6. 10 steps down the stairs is written as negative 10. 20 degrees below 0 is written as negative 20. 4 degrees above normal is written as positive 4. 5 steps up the stairs is written as positive 5. Some of the words like going up, above, earn, increase, gain are clues for positive integers, while going down, below, depth, decrease, loss are hint for negative integers. Doing daily activities like counting money, saving money in the bank, paying for expenses are some proofs that integers are part of daily routine. What can you say about the video? Yes, we cannot deny the fact that almost all our learners nowadays hate math. But math is part of our life. Most of our activities involve math, like when we are eating, walking, counting money, or even when we are traveling. So, in our everyday life, mathematics is always integrated. Class, if we love math, we need to embrace the 4 fundamental operations. And these 4 operations on integers is our focus for this day. So what are those 4? Yes, those are addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Here are the rules on integers. First, multiplication of integers. Example, negative 5 times negative 5 equals positive 25. Positive 3 times positive 3 equals positive 9. As you can see on the example, multiplying both signs either positive or negative, the product is positive. Another example on multiplication of integers, negative 9 times positive 5 equals negative 45. On the other hand, multiplying opposite signs resulted in negative product. Positive times positive equals positive. Negative times negative equals positive. Negative times positive equals negative. How about on the division of integers? Division of integers are likewise as multiplication. Examples: 5 divided by 5 equals 1. Negative 10 divided by positive 2 equals negative 5. Negative 9 divided by negative 3 equals positive 3. Positive divided by positive equals positive. Negative divided by negative equals positive. Negative divided by positive equals negative. Try some learning tests below before understanding the addition and subtraction of integers. This will help you to understand better the addition and subtraction of integers. On the other hand, adding and subtracting integers are more difficult compared to multiplication and division. Many students are confused on how to operate a proper order in terms of adding and subtracting of integers. This lesson will help you to ease your confusion on how to add and subtract integers easily. We are going to find out how number line will help you to operate adding and subtracting integers appropriately. Addition of integers. Example: positive 3 plus positive 5 equals positive 8. The arrow starts with positive 3. Since the operation is addition, the direction of arrow is counting 5 units to the right. Example number 2, negative 3 plus positive 6 equals positive 3. The arrow starts with negative 3, counting 6 units to the right. Example number 3, negative 7 plus positive 3 equals negative 4. The arrow starts with negative 7, counting 3 units to the right. For the other rules on addition of integers, these explanations may help. To add integers having the like signs, first, find their absolute value. Second, add the numbers obtained in step 1. And the last one, attach the common sign of the integers in your answer. Example, negative 6 plus negative 3. So, 6 plus 3 equals 9, and the final answer is negative 9. As stated in the rule number 1, first we find the absolute value of both number, which is 3 and 6 respectively. Next, we add their absolute value and the sum is 9. Then we attach the negative sign of the sum since it is the common sign. To add integers having unlike signs, first, find their absolute values. Next, from the obtained number in step 1, subtract the smaller number from the bigger number. Then, attach the sign of the integer with the bigger absolute value to the answer. Example, negative 125 plus positive 117. 125 minus 117, the answer is 8, and write the negative 8. As stated in the rule, we find their absolute values and subtract the smaller number from the bigger number. We get 125 minus 117 equals 8. Then we attach the negative sign since it is the sign of the bigger number. Here are the rules on subtraction of integers. Sample number 1, positive 7 minus positive 2 equals positive 5. The arrow starts with positive 7. Since the operation is subtraction, the direction of arrow is counting 2 units to the left. Another example, positive 4 minus positive 8 equals negative 4. The arrow starts with positive 4, counting 8 units to the left. Another example, -4 minus -5, simplify. Therefore, -4 plus 5 equals 1 since signs are both negative. Subtracting a number from another number, it is the same as adding the opposite of n to the other number. As said in the rule, subtracting number from another is the same as adding the opposite number of it to the other. We just find the opposite number of the subtrahend and we got -19. And we add it to -15. So the answer is -34 since they are both negative. Subtracting -14 from -21 is the same as adding 14 to -21. Hence, we change subtraction to addition. Then we change -14 to +14. So -21 minus +14 is -7. Because the sign of the bigger number is negative, so we just copy it.
Hello Iris, I am going to give you a word problem and be able to know or to get the important components of this problem. By the way Iris, what are the important things that you are going to follow for you to know the important components of a problem that is presented to you?
I must consider the rules in good listening skills.
Okay, so here's the problem that I'm going to read. Be able to note the important components of this problem. So Maria saved 200 pesos and then she spent 150 pesos. How much money does Maria have now? So Iris, in this problem, there are three important components. Can you name or can you give those three important components?
Yes. Number 1, Maria saved 200 pesos. Number 2, she spent 150 pesos. Number 3, how much money does Maria have now?
Okay, how will you represent 200 pesos?
Since 200 pesos can be represented by positive 200.
Okay, how about 150 pesos or spend 150 pesos?
150 pesos can be represented by negative 150.
So, to translate into a number sentence, that components will be positive 200 plus negative 150 pesos. To use your knowledge in integers or to use the knowledge about integers, what is your final answer?
My final answer is 50.
How did you get it?
Because the sign of 200 is positive while 150 is negative, so the process to be used is subtraction. Even when the operation indicated is addition.
Alright, so what is the reason why we need to subtract rather than we add?
Because the rule said, when we add unlike sign, you subtract and consider the sign of the bigger number and the sign in the final answer.
The sign in the final answer will be what? Is it positive or negative?
Positive.
Or is it positive? What is the sign of the bigger number?
Positive.
Alright, so what rate did Maria show in this word problem?
Maria is 50 because she saved money.
So what are the importance of saving money?
We can use money in our future needs.
Yes, you're right, Iris. So it is very important to save money because if we have savings, we will have money to be used for our future needs. Thank you, Iris, for your time, and say goodbye to your classmates.
Read the following word problems, be able to give the important components. Also give the number sentence suited for the given components and solve the final answer using the knowledge about integers. You may use any available writing materials at home and techniques on how to solve each problem. Then ask your parents or guardians to submit your output on our next distribution and retrieval of worksheets and activity sheet. Number 1. A submarine at 21 feet below sea level suddenly moves up about 6 feet. At what depth is the submarine located now? What is the component 1? How about the component 2? How can component 1 be represented? Why? What word is your clue to give that answer? How about the second component? What sign will you use? What did you say that answer? Give me your clue word. What is the number sentence suited for that problem? What operation will you use to arrive at the correct answer? What is the final answer? Problem number 2. When Miguel and Isaac woke up, their temperature was 39 degrees Celsius. 2 hours later, it was 2 degrees lower. What was their temperature then? What is the hint word for us to know what operation will we use to solve this problem? After knowing the important components in this word problem, what is the correct number sentence? What is the final answer? If the temperature reading is 39 degrees Celsius, is it considered as normal body temperature? Why? In our present situation, it is so hard to have about normal body temperature, or sometimes it may be a symptom of coronavirus infection. Sample number 3. A construction firm distributed 15,500 pesos equally for 20 laborers for their daily compensation. How much money will each worker get? What is the keyword to know the operation to be used? What are the components in this problem? What number sentence can we give? What is the final answer? Sample number 4. A store loses 50 pesos a day over 6 days. How much money was lost in total over these 6 days? What is the keyword to know the operation to be used? What are the components in this problem? What number sentence can we give? What is the final answer? To summarize our lesson for this day, you may answer these questions on your notebook. Be sure to check your own output in an honesty way. There's a saying that honesty is the best policy. Alright? Read each question carefully while I am reading. Choose the letter of the correct answer and write it on a piece of paper. Let us proceed to number 1. If we are going to add negative 67 to positive 69, what will be the answer? If your answer is letter C, you are correct. That is positive 2. Write your answer. Alright, the answer is letter B. About number 3. Alright, time is up. The answer is letter C. For number 4, which does not belong to the group? Time is up. The answer is letter A. Why? Because the spelling of division is incorrect. How about number 5? Which of the following statements is true? Okay, time is up. The answer is letter C. The 4 operations of integers are the following: addition of integers, subtraction of integers, multiplication of integers, and division of integers. Direction: using any available materials at home, illustrate this problem. You may draw or use cutouts, but be sure be creative in doing your illustration. Rubric for this activity will be sent to you in soft or hard copy. After doing your illustration, you'll be able to solve the problem. A plane is flying 5,000 feet. The plane climbs 20,000 feet to approach cruising altitude. After a few minutes at this new altitude, the plane hits turbulence and descends 12,253 feet. Express its increase or decrease in altitude as an integer operation and determine the new altitude of the plane. You may submit your output on our next distribution and retrieval of worksheets and activity sheets. For other enrichment activities, of all the operation of integers, addition is the most important. By knowing this information, interview one of your family members wherein addition of integers is used at home. Be able to list down at least 5 examples. For our example here, when you are on the first floor and decided to go up on the second floor of your house. So this example may serve as your reference in doing your output. To determine your learning, you may get one whole sheet of pad paper and be able to answer the questions. Read and analyze the following problems. Choose the letter of the correct answer. You may submit your output on the next distribution and retrieval of activity. You may ask the help of your parents or your guardians. Okay, for the assessment, to check your different understanding of the competency, write what have you learned about the rules and different operations of integers. Also make one example of each operation on integers. Be able to solve it using rules presented to you. For addition and subtraction of integers, you may show how did you get the answer using a number line. Do these activities on a clean sheet of pad paper and submit it also to me on the next distribution and retrieval of outputs by asking the help of your parents or your guardians. So in this, you are going to write your personal insights about the lesson using the prompts I understand that and I realize that.
That's the end of my discussion. I hope you learned a lot from our lesson for this day. Thank you very much.